Margaret and Windsor, and I was kidnapped in 41 and brought to Moulton, Alabama. My ID stolen, given the name of a twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey. I married a Childers. Both twins, Carl and Peggy, were dead. They were killed by their mother. They were born out of wedlock. It was a pigsty. They dumped me off then. Now, I just put up that video, and I put up a couple of more. It's the 21st December 2015. What I wanted to add here, I forgot, and you can make your own if you want to laugh at it or what. I wrote a book about Larry Flint. Well, it wasn't about Larry Flint. I was writing a book. It had a lot of cases in it of mind control and about doctors, and one in Rosina Matthews that worked at Piedmont were shot, and the persons were programmed to shoot them. And that was in Cobb County, where I was living in Marietta doing the book. And Larry Flint was shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia, while I was doing the book, March the 6th, 78. Had a letter from the FBI, June the 23rd, 79. I'd moved into Laurelwood, just up the street in Roanoke from Moonraker on Bentley Drive. So much happened there. The manager, I got the letter from the FBI. No, this isn't a coincidence. It was signed by U.S. Attorney William Harper, ongoing investigation, national security involved. Now then, you've got the manager that tells me that she's, her uncle or nephew was in charge of the Patty Hearst kidnapping, and of course there was brainwashing done in that, in mind control. So anyway, the Hearst, as far as I know, helped him. And you got a long list of them helped kidnap me and take down my father. So I wanted to get to this, though, that I just put up, because I've told, this is Flint, where he did an article after that campaign to replace Larry McDonald, the doctor congressman, when the plane was shot down by the Russians when it veered into the airspace. And this is one of the things I've told about, how mind control can be used to program the pilot. You can program the air marshal to come out shooting the one you put there to protect you. So until you address this, it's not going to stop. But anyway, and here I did want to mention this again, is Timothy McVeigh. He said the Army put a chip up his buttocks, and this is implantable biochips. That's not how I got mine, though. I knew this was done in patterns, Timothy McVeigh and Brian Nichols in the Oklahoma City bombing, just like the Virginia Tech next door to me on April the 16th of 07, and then you had the Fort Hood shooter finished college at Virginia Tech and went on somewhere else and got his medical degree in psychiatry. Now he's on death row, I believe. Anyway, I wanted to say this. I've put up there about cars in the past, someone driving them, and one was an older man some years back, plowed up on the sidewalk or plowed into a parade, I've forgotten now, and killed all these people, and it was, they said it was due to old age, except some of this, like the James Holmes especially, and the Grand Theater massacre and the Tucson, Arizona, etc., can be totally proved. They were done in patterns, and this was done deliberately because mind control is invisible. Now, I want to get to this. I was telling about not just the fact that last night this woman plowed in Las Vegas with a car and hurt all these people, and I think there might be some deaths, I'm not sure. But anyway, I think, and I may be mistaken, I thought they said something about twin used, and it really doesn't matter that she was a twin. Her child was in the car, and they're going to charge her with deliberate homicide, which, in all probability, she was placed under mind control. She doesn't even know it. But Steve Harvey, who I really like, I always have, was in charge of the Miss Universe contest last night. And the crown was put on the wrong person, Miss Columbia, and they had to put it on Miss Philippine. So I'm sure that Steve Harvey didn't deliberately do that. So I'm asking you, was mind control used on him? or subliminal hypnosis, if you want to, if that's a better word that you want to use. Now then, I want to go back to this because that there's nothing funny about it. It's hideous. I'm standing here in so much pain, and people hate me for telling the truth, which is what Donald Trump is telling, really, being condemned by Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders, etc. But what I want to say is the Trump evidently sold the Miss Universe contest to someone else who has it now. This is happening. So he was interviewed. So you got the Trump coming into the situation, but then I'm forgetting what I was going back to. I do know what I was going to say. Donald Trump a few years ago was talking about President Obama and him having a birth certificate. It wasn't he's not a citizen of the United States. Well, I haven't heard anything about it during the campaign here this time, but I've shown the birth certificates of the twins that I was given the name of Peggy when I was brought over here, and she's dead, so was Carl. They're illegitimate. When I got the birth certificates from Montgomery, Alabama, the state of Alabama, they were marked through the birth dates. And Carl, they got his, he's dead. There was no autopsy, no doctor there. It was Moulton, Alabama. It was winter, I assume. Anyway, the birth certificates were marked through on both of them. They were born in 38, but they marked through it and put the birth date that was given to me when they brought me over here, kidnapped me, so it would jive. I guess they thought I was going to die before I finished high school or went to work and had to use the birth date that was given me. And that's against the law. Everything that's been done, and nothing's been prosecuted, is against the law. So you have to use it for a passport. They're just saying, state of Alabama, that maybe Dr. Irwin, I-R-W-I-N, was forgetful or something, put the wrong year and birth date on there. So they just marked through it, which is illegal. I want to put this down. My dad never married Wallace Simpson. That was the double that was used. My father married Claudia Ruth O'Keefe Windsor, sisters Georgia O'Keefe. This is the illegal Elizabeth. And I'm going back to last night at the Miss Universe and Steve Harvey and the connection like to Trump, if you want to make it there. And they didn't do it deliberately that I know of, but the wrong crown that was given to somebody and taken off. Wouldn't it be nice if this woman, who's a cold-blooded killer, was crown taken off of her, and she was put where she belongs, in prison? And I wanted to mention something else, and I'm going to forget it. I did want to show this. This is Roosevelt, 39, with my Uncle George planning my kidnapping in 41. They're part of the Illuminati, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bilderbergers, Kennedys. I could go on, and Kissinger and Bill Clinton and Chelsea Clinton went to Oxford. And I said Kissinger, didn't I? And Hillary Clinton is a standing member of the secret organization that kidnapped me. That's the Illuminati, the Rockefellers I've just mentioned. And Elizabeth. Talk about selling your soul. They sure did. I wish they'd pay for the crimes. Now, if you doubt what I've said, I don't know if it'll all come to pass, and anybody pays for the crime, but I certainly hope so.